This program was brought to you by Koller Institute of Venture at Tel Aviv University.
Hello, I'm here today at the Koller Institute of Venture workshop on deep innovation, and joining me now is Professor Eli Talmor, who is chairman of the Institute. Welcome, Eli. So today in your presentation you talked about the paper that you have put together on the past 100 years of venture. Hasn't everything been said about venture?
Well, yes, but perhaps not in the right order and not with the right focus, and certainly not with the right focus for us. I think the aim primarily came that before we go to explore the future work of the Institute, where we want to go, how we can help resolve deep innovation issues, we need to understand the past. And that perhaps in the past there are some clues as to what is important. Just to take an example from maybe more the social and stratosphere is the role of governments, the role of large organizations. To what extent an organization like NASA has been of any value given the amounts of billions and trillions that have been invested there.
And what about the other cultural drivers of venture and innovation? I understand that your paper is looking at not only the output, but the other drivers like the baby boom and so on.
Exactly. Again, if you say about what has been done, we are not there to document the biggest 100 inventions or innovations in the last century. We are there to understand causes and results, and there is no way just to look at outcomes without trying to understand what are the drivers. Now, definitely one area that has been neglected is the understanding of the social fabric, and I would say even more than that, the geopolitical atmosphere, wars, the Cold War, the implications that got, the baby boomers, the flower children, how this changed the mentality of people to start joining startups. This has been certainly, in my view, not a coincidence that both the flower children of San Francisco, with all the things that went around with that, including the revolt against the government with the Vietnam War, happened at a time where startups started and people took the liberty and courage and the guts to leave the large organizations, the Boeings of the world. So these are the effects that are, I think, important to emphasize as well as the pure engineering and scientific elements in this stew. Let's call it this way.
And we heard just an edited version of the paper today. So when do we think that, or when and where will the paper be able to be read?
Well, we'll have a first version, at least, in the next issue of Findings, but I don't think this will really be over so easily. We'll get feedbacks, it will be on the web, we'll ask for people to comment, to add, to suggest, to correct. It's extremely subjective, it's extremely biased. I don't think we give enough attention to the Far East, for instance, to material that was not written in English. All of this will have to be fixed as we go along with the help of the community. It's really a dynamic, it's a live project.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This program was brought to you by Koller Institute of Venture at Tel Aviv University.